Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to another Reader's Magnet featured author interview. And we are currently live in all our streaming platforms. That's YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. My name is Rob, and I am your host for today. And with me right now is one of Reader's Magnet's featured authors. She had received her associate's degree at Kingsborough College and then went on to receive her bachelor's in English literature at Brooklyn College. She loves music, and decorating her house has turned into a hobby. And also, a serial turtle collector and the author of the book Where the Light Flows In and In the Presence of Light. Please help me welcome Miss Sharon C. Eccleston. Sharon, how are you feeling today?
Hi, Rob. How you doing? I am so excited. Hello, everyone.
Hi. So, Sharon, it's good to have you on the show. But for all
Yeah.
of our viewers, though, who might be knowing you for the first time, can you please show us your book and tell us what is it all about?
Yes, I'd love to. My first book, Where the Light Flows In, was is my first book, and it came at a time where I didn't even see this coming, Rob. I really didn't. And invitation to write in a journal that was out
Hmm.
for Easter extravaganza. We took a page, and I started writing poetry just to put something on the page, and then I I said, well, let me just try. Maybe this is something here. Anyway, long story short, a publisher did contact me and they told me they liked the poem that I had written. And I said, well, okay, let's publish it. They said, well, you need at least 12 poems to publish the book. And so over time, this started in 2016. That's when everything started. I wrote the 12, well, for this one, I wrote 14 poems.
Hmm.
And it was just great. It was such a great experience, liberating. And I didn't, when you don't know that you have something in your, at least something budding, it's starting to grow. It's there, and you just have to put, belief behind it. And that's what happened with that. And then later, In the Presence of Light was my second book, and this came out last year,
Oh,
2023, and that just followed in from Where the Light Flows in. And I keep the theme of light because I believe that's what we all need. And it's in us also. So that's where it all started. I am currently on my third book and hope to get that out at the end of this year. And it will be the last of the Light trilogy. So
oh,
that's what
oh.
I'm looking
So we're really basically expecting a trilogy saga for
for.
the so are we going to call this the Light series from Sharon?
No, I have another name. I'm going to give that to you after. But I think it still stays with light, though. Yeah.
Okay, still saving the same thing. Awesome for
Yes.
that.
Yes.
But Sharon,
Mhm.
with all these books that you have though, so what inspired you into writing poetry for your books then?
Uh, life. Let me put it to you that way, plain and simple. At this time, I am a woman of a certain age. I'm 66 and have lived life. Have friends, family. And I didn't see this coming, as I mentioned. But as I got into it, when they asked me that I had to do 12 poems, I didn't, things just started downloading. My experiences, work related, personal, and I tried to put them in a way that, even though some of it was sadness, to keep encouragement in it. It's so important. And it just kept growing. And by the time I was
Mhm.
finished with Where the Light Flow in, I felt that I still had more, and that's where the second book came in. But you don't know what you have until you tap into it, and that's what happened to me.
I do understand that. So, and Sharon, go with the book that you told me, and yeah, as you said, that these are the poetry that you wrote into it, downloaded onto you. These are from personal experiences. So, are these specific stories or these poetries related within your life, or some of these are related to you?
Yes. Oh, one or two definitely. Where the Light
Hmm.
Flows in, definitely there is one that is a story of my walk, basically, as I walked, and that's the name of that poetry, As I Walked. And it is as much as I could put in and show myself, I put that
Hmm.
in. And you could follow it, how I got to my spiritual life that I am in now. And
Mm.
there is a second one that speaks volumes to me about just life. And I think it's relatable to everybody. And often nature speaks to us. And one of
Hmm.
the poems in the first book was The Little Red Cardinal. And
Okay.
that would be, I wouldn't call it my favorite, but it's dear to my heart. And that was in the first book. Yeah.
Hmm. Awesome, awesome. Really love that. So, talking about the Little Red Cardinal, though, I know you told me it's not your favorite, but is there something else in in your books though that you could say your favorite poem is, that something that you can share with us though, like a little light reading though?
Okay. The Little Red Cardinal is something that I would like to share, but
Sure. Hmm.
I have, if you want, it's a little longer, but if you wanted something shorter, I have something from the new book. You
Hey,
tell me what time we have.
no, it's okay. From the new book though, that would be really awesome. At least people could have some idea on what your new book entails though, so we
Okay.
could give them a sneak peek on what the chapters are containing. Hmm.
Okay. In the new book, there's 15 poems, and
Hmm.
one of them is called The Garden. And the
Okay.
garden is just my way of talking about all the craziness that's going on in this world, with people loving each other, and we all need to be together, and really we're all in the same boat, you know, and
Hmm.
we really need to come together, and all the hatred and it needs to stop. So the garden would be the one that I would read quickly, if that's good.
Hey,
Okay.
Sharon, don't worry. This stage is yours. I would really love to hear some insights as well. Come on,
Okay,
share it to the
thank
world.
you. Thank you. Okay. The garden. There's a garden, majestic, surreal, infinite, and unimaginable. Sweet perfume, heady, musky scents forever changeable. Colors. I see colors of every block, shade, and hue, all separate yet connected by an undetected glue. Fluoride from every continent, country, island, and shore, from urban and rural streets, valleys, and basin floors, castles by winding countrysides, hamlets, villages, and bayous, inlets, rolling mountains, glades, and shanties, all strewn. Flowers from dark black soil and from red packed earth, brown soil teeming with beetles, they all have the same worth. There's the exotic, the delicate, the sturdy, the refined, and the robust. Some can tolerate anything, while others struggle and try to adjust. The breath of the wind touches them all in the very same way. The sun gives them all the same energy every single day. In storms, if they are not too rigid, they will bend and sway. The birds and bees play a vital part to pollinate this incredible array. Their beauty complements each other, but they ignorantly snub. The rain falls on them all, towering trees and spectacular shrubs. They seem to pose and primp when they feel they are loved, but droop when in need of care and are pruned by a hand ungloved. In a world of cosmic proportions, what he loved, he blessed. Separated in a global garden, he hid his very best, watched from an aerial view, and tended with unconditional love. May every bloom and blossom show each other the same as the one above. And that's the garden. That's the garden.
I'm speechless. I'm really sorry. It's got to be weird. But hey, listening to it though, I think that hearing it for the first time though,
Mhm.
it has this feeling that it instills in you. And poetry, rhyming, the message though, it has a much more deeper meaning.
Yes.
And that
Togetherness.
is, yeah, and I think that when people pick up this book, it's for them to discover what the deeper meaning of each poetry that you wrote in there. And you could really feel that it's not just writing poetry for the sake of poetry. The poetry that you're writing has feelings on it. It
It
has
means
emotion.
something.
It
Exactly.
means
You know?
something.
Yes. And just thought provoking. If I'm sure all of us think of it, or and whether we really stay on it or not, it's I think we need to. We owe it to ourselves.
Mm.
And,
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I do agree with that. But now listening to your poetry here and listening to that favorite poem you shared with us, and I do believe that your book aim is to inspire people emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
So, but with these two books, Sharon, just one question is, how do you think that your book can help these people?
Oh, I think, and I may have mentioned in this time, it's so much chaos. As I said, I'm a woman of a certain age, and I have never seen. times as it is now. It's such a like a film of anger and hatred and everything. And I think the day to day we have our own personal stuff to go through, and then when we have to come out and interact with people, which is a must, and
Hmm.
we want to interact with people, but you get together and you don't know what they're going through, and we have to be cognizant of that, and mindful, so I think these two books puts us in a state of mind where, okay, let's bring it down, let's be open. I think that's a very real space to be, being open. And I know a lot of times it's not our go-to place, but if we step back and really let ourselves, I think it can. We really need a change of how we deal with each other, and if not, at least, if not love, which I think is the ultimate, at least compassion, and being truly patient and tolerant of each other. That seems to be at a loss right now.
Really, really powerful message. I do believe that what you're trying to aim for your book is really genuine and true, and we
Right.
can really feel it. And I do believe in what you're doing right now, Sharon.
Thank
You might not see it right now, but in the future, I do think that you can create a huge impact within your
you.
community as well as within the world as well. And I'm looking forward to see that
Thank
success.
you. Thank you. It's a process and there's a purpose. And that's what I believe in my heart. Yeah.
Well, favorite. So, to all our viewers, though, so again, that is Cheryl Eccleston, author of the book Where the Light Flows In and In the Presence of Light, which is available on Amazon and Barnes& and Noble. And you can also grab a copy on Sharon's website, which is https www.sharoneccleston.com. That's SharonEccleston.com.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
again, thank you so much for your time, Sharon. It was nice to have you on the show. Thank you very
Oh, thank
much.
you. I appreciate. God bless. And you take
God
care.
bless you
Okay?
too. You too.
Bye,
Okay. So
everybody.
so again, so till next time, everyone, and always remember, as we say here at Readers Magnet, we share your stories with the world. Have a good one.
Have a good one.